Whoa, a meditation retreat. My relatives didn't know what to expect. I, however, knew it would be a life-changing experience. Meditation is practiced all over the world by millions of different types of people for millions of different reasons, and how it continues to change my life reveals itself time and again. This is a story of how meditation has helped shape my journey of awareness and perseverance. Even as I was young, I was fearful. My mom was protective of me, and rightfully so, but I began to harness an unhealthy habit of creating unnecessary fear in my mind. It started to drive moments of my days that I did not ask it to. It was appropriate, of course, for late nights in the city, but not for everyday activities, such as driving or being home alone. The story of fear started to creep up and take a hold of my thoughts, and I had had enough. I was introduced to and fell in love with meditation. I eventually learned about meditation retreats that are held all over the world and within the U.S. Upon arriving at my second meditation retreat, my forested home in Central California for the next 10 days, I was anxious to get to work eradicating the story of fear that was beginning to have a constant place in my life. Having experience with the type of meditation that was in front of me, I dove into the silence with gusto. It was night 9 of the retreat when, suddenly, I threw the shawl off my shoulders, sweat dripping from my chest and chin, the fear alive in my mind, like an endless, fast-moving, stuck-on-repeat record. Images danced in my mind, fed by the fear I was desperately clinging to. I exited the meditation hall in a frenzy, barely noticing the expressionless faces of the fellow meditators, unaware of my escape. The next day, the drive out of the forested hideaway was terrifying because I did not know what life had in store for me. I ended up staying at a close friend's house for a while. I couldn't be alone for a very long time because the menacing images came to dance alongside the fearful thoughts now, and the darkness welcomed them. My body would jolt each time I slipped into slumber. Being restful turned into stress, and being alone became unsettling. Feeling helpless, I turned to prescription medications to get me through my days and nights, but after months of medication dependency, I started to feel helpless once more. I awoke one day to a sense of knowing what I needed to do. I started to learn how to recognize the rise of the thoughts in my mind. I started to create a dialogue around what I was experiencing internally. I decided that simple meditation once again needed to find a home in my life to help me with this process. The reinstatement of meditation became a potent tool for calming my mind and calming my body. I started to learn how to truly focus on each and every moment. I started to work with thought observation. Thought observation works like this. Each time I catch myself planning the future or reliving the past, I turn my attention to what my eyes are seeing. I talk to myself in a way that makes me very present. One of my favorite examples is watching the dishes. This dish I am washing is orange. This water is warm. The bubbles are soft. I am setting down this dish. I am picking up that dish. Driving is another one of my favorite examples. I'm holding the wheel in my hands. I see the lines on the road. Practicing thought observation along with communication is essential to mindfulness, and mindfulness is key to overcoming anxiety and fear. When I feel an uncomfortable feeling, I find the root by asking questions. I listen to the nonsense it seems to ramble about, and I allow it to be heard. I listen to the pain, and I see the truthfulness. Once I know the thoughts related to the feeling, I am able to work with the breath to meditate through those feelings. Thoughts come and go, but our chosen practices are what will help us thrive in our lives. All things are coming and going. All things are growing and dying. Our emotions, our cells, every situation. We are not who we were yesterday, and we are capable of moving forward with our lives by cultivating a willingness for watching our thoughts, working with the breath, and being in the present moment, along with communicating honestly with integrity, even when it's uncomfortable, embarrassing, or silly. We are not what we think. We are what we practice.